What's good, y'all, man? Welcome to another vid about me watching the vid. Today, we're going to be tuning in to this Shay Shay clip with Gary Owens. He's addressing Katt Williams versus Kevin Hart beef, and he says they're the nicest people on the planet. Let's see what he got to say, man.
I've noticed on your show, too, I've seen there's been a theme.
Yeah.
Like, Monique was down, Kev looked out. Amanda was down, Kev looked out. I had dinner last night with a gentleman. He was like, yo, Kev took care of me, not took care of me, but gave me a job when nobody else gave me a job.
Right.
And I was like, that's three people. When my divorce happened, Kev reached out and he goes, you know, you need, if you need any legal advice, need help financially, because I know this stuff can get expensive. He goes, call me. And I'm like, I'm a grown man. I ain't gonna go to some other grown man for help. I'll work it out. But then, and then we shipped him with the $44,000. I did call him back.
Yeah, call him back. Hey, Kev.
Yo, you got a
the offer feel good?
You got a Jumanji residual check hanging around or something? Nah. But he called.
His wife asked for $44,000 in alimony a month. You can kiss my ass. I'm sorry.
Just solid, man. So that when people, the hate come towards him, I think it's just because he's like, quote unquote, top of the food chain.
Right.
You know what I mean? But it's funny too, because like when you had Katt on, I was like, Katt's very generous too to people. Katt did one of the coolest things anybody ever did for me in my career. Just in the moment, we were in Austin, Texas together, and I've told this story on other platforms and stuff, but it was right when he popped, like 2006 around then, right? And I just remember we had a show like 6 months prior at a college, and we was like in a ballroom, and like 100 kids showed up. I get a contract. We're at the Frank Irwin Center in Austin, Texas, and that's the basketball arena.
Right.
And I was like, why they have me and Katt at the basketball arena? I think we're more of a theater thing, right? Man, I showed up. There were so many goddamn people, and I go, oh, because I remember saw Katt go, when this happened?
Right.
It's only been 6 months, and then the show's over, right? We go back. The promoter got us two different limos, and my limo's in front of Katt's, and Katt's limo's behind me. I get back to the hotel for Katt, and I'm trying to go out for a little bit. So I'm trying to tell the limo driver, I was like, hey, look, I need a limo for a couple more hours. Can I get it? He goes, yeah, it's $300. Try to give him cash. He wouldn't take it. He goes, I need a credit card. I said, it's cash, just take it. He goes, company policy, man. Now keep in mind, I'm married. I don't want this charge on the credit card. Yeah. So I'm like, I can't put this on my credit card. And then I got to answer for going out. So Katt pulls up. As I'm having this discussion with my driver, Katt pulls up and just walks up and he goes, hey, what's going on, Gary? I was like, nothing. I said, the driver wants $300. He won't take cash. I go, he wants a credit card. And I'm telling Katt, I don't want this thing on my credit card. My wife will see it. I got to discuss this stuff, right? Katt goes, hold on. Takes my driver around the back of his limo, right? I don't know what they talked about. I don't know how much money Katt gave that dude, but this was the whole conversation we came back. He goes, he's yours for the evening, Gary. Enjoy your night. Oh, yes, they do accept cash. And walked away. I don't know how much Katt gave that driver.
That's cold.
I say he pulled in the club. I got out. I was on the dance floor. that driver, I was like, yo. Then he takes me back. I get up the next morning. He's still standing there. Wait, I said, how much money Katt give this dude?
Katt gave him a stack.
Mr. Williams said take to the airport. I was like, wow. To this day, I don't know how much money Katt gave that dude.
He gave him a stack.
I'm looking at the cast. Gabrielle,
he gave him
Chris
$5.
Brown was also in the cast.
He gave him $500 to a stack.
Making good, Taraji. Man, you had an outstanding cast. What was it like working with all those personalities and then everybody blowing up?
Ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned as we attempt to commune with the devil.
What the hell? Get this off my screen, buddy!
Jared Ferrer said it best. When we went to the table read, and everybody was there before we knew what it was, Kev had all the funny shit, right? And Jerry said it best. He goes, it was set up for Kevin to hit a home run. We just didn't know how far he was going to hit it.
Right.
That's still going. That ball's still going. That was some Bugs Bunny type shit. But everybody was very like inclusive. Like it's like, yo, I think this would be funny. Try it. Do it. There was no egos. There wasn't like somebody was stealing their shine, everything. It was the most like, I mean, you just look forward to going to work.
Right.
Everybody was cool. And then of course your boy's like, hey man, what's Gab like? What you look like up close? What Megan like up close? It's weird when you work with them, you don't look at them
You
like
look
that.
at them like that.
I be looking at them like, why is everybody tripping? Like, I mean, she cool, but you be looking at them like a cousin.
Right.
You know what I mean? To this day, I feel like, why are people like tripping over Megan?
Right.
That's just Megan.
Right.
Everybody was cool, especially us guys, man, because we know it was very separate. We didn't see the girls a lot. So, especially on the second one. But we'd see them every now and then, but it was more the 6 guys working together all the time. Like, man, this was just solid.
Obviously, you mentioned earlier Katt. Katt was on here, and I guess we still trying to recover.
Recover? What are you talking about? I'm looking at your watch, looking at your teeth, your glasses, your haircut.
Yeah, thank you, Katt.
Everybody got a raise. I don't think your barber got a raise.
Well, that's what Katt told me. Katt said, when you win an award, you win awards, I get a prize.
What'd you get him?
Huh?
What'd you get him?
Now
What'd you get?
I'm gonna let him tell you. No, I haven't gotten him anything. He doesn't want anything. When you hear,
Really?
Did you know that this was like kind of behind the scenes? That comedians, I had no idea. People telling me they mad at me for what Katt said on my platform. I'm like, guys, do you think I know what goes on in the comedic world?
Yeah.
I didn't know that there were beefs. Like, did you know?
There's always beefs.
Yeah,
There's
in every
always
industry,
beefs.
Did you know
every
it was like
single
to this
industry, bro.
extent?
It's
His
hate.
Katt is so damn smart, and his delivery is so good. It's very engaging.
You know how to tell a story.
Katt Williams was funnier in this interview than he was in his last stand-up, bro. I watched his stand-up on Netflix, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that hoe was ass. Not gonna lie, it was a lot of booty, a lot of butt crack, a lot of old memes, like a bunch of old stuff. It just seemed like it was just outdated. But he was extremely funny in his interview with Shannon Sharp. If you ain't watched that interview, bro, I don't understand. It's got almost 70 million views. If you ain't seen it, you under a rock and you wasn't trying to see it. But if you haven't seen it, go watch that. Katt is hilarious through that whole interview, and it was like 2 hours long.
Man, he's
3
a
hours
great storyteller.
long.
Yeah, he's a great narrator.
Yeah.
But yeah, we all know those beefs. That's green room talk.
Right.
You know, he just aired it publicly, and you know, because we all know who ain't funny. We all know who's a hack.
Right.
Where there's rumors, people steal jokes.
Right.
I don't ever go the route like somebody just stole a joke, because I'm always like, we think alike, man.
Right.
We think alike a lot.
Right.
You know, and then sometimes you don't even realize it. Like, I've seen people like start to act like people, their mannerisms, their delivery, and stuff like that. So, I mean, sometimes people do steal. I ain't gonna say it doesn't happen, but
Yeah, some of them stealing for sure.
Accuse you.
But, okay, so that's so, because the thing was that I had said on, and I asked him, I said, Katt once accused you of stealing a joke. And he said, well, the timeline doesn't add up. Well, I didn't even have to bring it up, because when Katt came on, Katt brought it up. And he said, how the timeline doesn't add up. He said, the only difference is that you took my car and turned it into a spaceship.
Yeah.
So I think he was upset, and he says, well, I gave you a grace. I gave you a pass. You said you were sorry, blah, blah, blah. And then to come out here and say that didn't happen. But you're saying that if somebody stole your joke, you ain't gonna front him. You ain't gonna put it out there on Front Street.
I'm a little more passive aggressive, unless it's my dad or stepdad. I'm a little more passive. I don't. There's some instances where they just took it, and you know. The only time I know somebody took my was there was a show on Showtime called Chocolate Sundays. And they did this whole bit of how a white guy can get away with saying the N-word. And what he does, he'd be like, Shannon, and there'll be a black guy right next to him, and he'll say the N-word for him, right?
Yes.
I saw that sketch, and I go, wait a minute, that's my joke. I closed with that on my special in 2011 called True Story. How that joke came about.
I've seen that before.
Was I was at the Improv on a Monday night. D. Ray Davis was there. He's got it on his little handheld camera. He sent it to me. I'm talking like 2007 this happened when the joke came about. I got a heckler. We were going back and forth. I said, well, why don't you come on stage? Because the heckler was like, well, you got the mic. You always going to win. I said like this. I said, man, if I was black, I would call you the N-word right now, but I'm not allowed. And then the crowd's laughing, right? And you know, the crowd, say it. I said, I ain't going to say it. And I was like, D-Ray, can you say it for me? D-Ray comes on stage. I start going in the dude, and D-Ray starts saying the word for me.
Right.
That's where the joke came about.
Right.
So
that's clever.
Now I'm watching this show, Chocolate Sundays, and I'm seeing they got these 2 black dudes and a white dude, and they're basically turned my joke into a sketch.
Right.
And I called the EP, and I was like, I was like, Poogie works with Kevin. I said, Poogie. I go, what a name, right? Poogie? I said, Poogie, who wrote the joke? So I can know where to direct your anger at. He said, yeah, I don't know, G, we got a think tank and comedians just get in a room and we start throwing ideas around. I said, well, find out who came up with that premise. I said, you know, that's my bid. It's on Showtime. It's on right now.
Right.
And nobody could give me an answer. So somebody
that think tank
was like, hey, you know what a good idea is?
We don't know.
We got everything on video.
Right.
When you see a think tank or a group, Shay Shay? Once you see, it was a think tank. They don't want to tell you who it was. Ain't no way Shannon should be this swole at 60 years old. That's insane. But yeah. Seemed like they didn't really talk about, like, I thought they was going to talk about, like, a head-to-head, like, argument or, like, what the beef is. But he just talked about how great guys they was. That's not what I was expecting at all. But yeah, it was cool, but that title is misleading like a mug. But yeah, man, I'll catch y'all in the next video, bro. I don't know what I'm gonna react to next. It'll probably be this Steve Harvey show Bad Experience real quick. But I'll catch y'all in the next one, man. I'm out. Peace.